Hello, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or whatever time of day you are watching this. This is Francis. Listen, I know that this is a time where many of you are probably busy, engaging in your business or what have you, but I had to get this out. It doesn't matter. It's going to be on replay, so you can literally listen to it whenever you get an opportunity, but listen to it. You must. I am praying that you will take an opportunity to listen to this. This is so important, what I'm going to share with you today. And I think that's why it was so pressing for me to come in right now during this time. I usually try to wait till around afternoon. Everyone's going down for nap if you're in a childcare facility. And so it kind of opens up more opportunities to jump on a live together. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and share right now. So let me tell you something, and I've shared this before, but when I started my childcare business, most of you, if not all of you, know I started in home. I had that open for about 9 years, and I didn't operate it the last year it was open. I was in and out because I opened a center, and that took all of me. And so I was hyper, super focused, hyper engaged in the center. And that comes with some new experiences, such as leading other people. Now, excuse me, I had staff at the family day home, which is what it's called in my state, in the home childcare business. There were staff there as well, but it was different because I was more hands on, more engaged. When I moved into the center, and started working with, other individuals I didn't know, working with them from scratch. One of the mistakes that I made was thinking that if you see me hyper focused, super engaged, operating with excellence, operating with the highest customer service, if you see me doing that, if you see the fruit of me doing that all day, then surely you're going to jump right on board. I don't even have to teach you about this. You literally see me doing it all day. But what I didn't realize, which I would find out later, is that you have to teach people how to treat you. You have to teach people what you're about and what the expectations are. Like, there's no way around it. Yes, you need to be an example, but a good leader, an excellent leader, a leader who leads, who knows how to serve, also understands that I have to teach you these things to ensure that you've got it. So I want to talk to you about that today. If you are joining me live, I want to thank you so much for coming in. As soon as I see your name, I'm going to go ahead and greet you personally. If I'm not doing that, you already know it's because I don't see you. So let's go ahead and get into this topic for today. It's about your values. We all have them. And whether or not you've taken an opportunity to sit down and think about what you value most, you have values. But I want to encourage you to sit down. Now, some of you have gone through this exercise with me already, so you already know. But those of you who have not had an opportunity to sit down and ask yourself, well, what do I value most? What is my highest priority? What is it exactly? Because until you understand what you hold deeply, what your beliefs are, what your fundamental driving forces are, it's going to be difficult for you to plan a successful day and to guard yourself throughout the day. Because oftentimes, and this is what I shared before when I'm in sessions where we talk about core values. Oftentimes, when opportunities come to you that sound good, they look good, it might be a great opportunity or experience, whatever it is, if you don't truly understand what you value most, what your core values are, you'll find yourself saying yes to stuff you should be saying no to. Even if it looks good, everything that seems good may not be good, period, or at the time. So let's talk about core values. And the other thing I want to share with you is how I presented this to my team. So hear me and hear me well. Yes, I want you to get this information if you don't have it, but I also want to share with you how you can introduce this to your team, because you also want them to be in a place where they are identifying what they value most, what their highest priorities are. so that they can see where they are in alignment with you. Like, it's so important for the people that are following you to understand how they align with you. And this was one of the ways I was able to help my team see where we were in alignment, but also giving them the opportunity to discover what is a high priority for you, so that when something comes into your direction and it doesn't look like anything you value, you'll be able to shut it down before it has an opportunity to distract you and get you off course. So, this document that you're looking at right now is part of a coaching program that I offered some time ago. I have closed that program now because I take the content from that program and use it in different ways. But it was a 3-month program that I offered. There may be someone in here that went through that program. It was only 3 months, and it was a super focused way to get a new daycare provider acclimated to daycare and childcare business strategies. And so that's what it was. And I still use the material. I've just taken it out and stretched it a bit. So if you've gone through that, you know what this document is. If you haven't, this was a part of my What Are Core Values kit, which I'm going to give to you, but I want to run through it with you really quickly so that you'll be aware of why this is important. So at the top, I just talk about what core values are. They're traits or qualities that represent an individual's or an organization's highest priority. So check this out. You're going to have core values for yourself as an individual, and you're going to have core values for your business. And they may look the same or they may look different. When you go through this exercise, you'll be able to see that on paper. They are, this is my opinion, they are the heart of what your organization and its employees stand for in the world. Your core values form the basis on which the organization and its employees operate from. So you're literally, how you operate stems from what you believe and what you value. This is why it's important for you to know yours and for your team to know yours as well. I love this quote from John Stewart. If you don't stick to your values, when they're being tested, they're not values, they're hobbies. Okay? So if I say I value something and I don't stand by it, that's not a true value. This is a good way for you to assess what you value and what's important for you. All right, so let's move on. There are only 2 documents here that I'm going to go over. You can see them on the left hand of the screen as well. So there are only 3 altogether, but let's take a look at this middle one. What I'm giving you here is a sheet that will show you examples of what personal core values are and what business core values are. Now listen, there are 20 on one list and 18 on the other, but let me tell you, in this kit, the full version of this kit, there are hundreds. I didn't add that here because I want you to be in a place where you can think about what values you have most. So sometimes when you see too many examples, it kind of takes you, off course. The reason I'm saying this is because when you look at this list, we can all easily say, "Oh, all of these things are important to me. All of these things are important to me." But at the end of the day, there are only a top 5 or a top 3 that are most important to you. And so let me show you what the exercise looks like. I do recommend you do this yourself first if you haven't already. And then design a team meeting with your team that is strictly about identifying core values, not anything else, nothing else on the agenda. It's only about core values. It's going to pay off, and I promise you that. So let's take a look at how you would follow steps to uncover what your core values are. So this last sheet, which is really like a worksheet, you're going to write down 20 of your values. Write 20 of them down. Take a look at the examples on the previous page that I just showed you, as well as the attached 192 additional values. Now, I'm not going to include that. If you want that, I'll be happy to send it to you. But I think this middle sheet that I've already gone over with you, I showed you, is going to be enough. Okay. So, but if you need that other additional value sheet, just let me know. I'll be happy to send it to you or upload it here in the group. Jot down only the values which you consider to be those that most accurately describe your feelings or behaviors. Remember, only write down 20. That's it. Cut yourself off at 20. Cut your team members off at 20. Second thing, consider people you admire. Think about the people you look up to and write down your reasons for admiring them. Please do not skip this step. Do not allow your team members to skip this step. Number three, place them into categories. Once you have all 20 written down, determine if any of them can fit under the same category. All right. Number four, and we're almost at the last one. Narrow this list down to 10 of your most important values. Number five, once you've done that, skip to number five. Now narrow the list of 10 down to five. These are your top five core values. Listen, I cannot say this enough. This exercise is going to be so important for you and for your team. Be sure that you take an opportunity to take this exercise for yourself. Do this for yourself first, and then get to your calendar where you have your professional development dates, or your personal development dates, and you schedule a time or a session with your team where you go through this with them, have them sit together with you, look each other in the eye, and make it a comfortable meeting, a welcoming meeting where you can talk. You can be transparent about what's important to you. When your team sees that you are respecting and honoring those things that are high priorities for you, they in turn will reciprocate that to you as well. So this is going to be an important exercise. We want to make sure that we are honoring our key values, our top values, our highest priorities as we enter into 2025. Again, thank you for joining me. If you were able to catch this live, if not, and you're on the replay, thank you for joining the replay. Please go into the comment section, type in hashtag replay. If you're live, remember to say hello, tell me who you are. And I also want you to do one more thing. It's very, very easy, but it's so important to me. When you're in the comment section, let me know if this was of value to you, if you plan on doing the exercise, or if you've already done this for yourself and for your team, or if you're going to take an opportunity to set a core value staff meeting or session with your team. And if you do this, come back and let us know how it panned out. And if you need assistance in any way or ideas on how to create a flow for that meeting, I'll be happy to share what I did with mine. Then say so in the comment section. That's all I wanted to share with you today. Listen, in all that you do today, remember to serve well. Love you guys. Have a great day.